Hello, Instagram. Hopefully you can hear me all right and you're having a great weekend. Hopefully you've had a chance to watch something exciting on Paramount Plus this weekend, perhaps potentially the season 2 finale of From. Whether you've just heard about it now, whether you've seen it before, whether you've only seen a few episodes, we would very much love to know what you think of the show. And if you had a chance to watch the finale yet today, it just dropped this morning. We have a very special guest joining us here on Paramount Plus Canada today to talk about the From finale. Give you a few guesses as to who it is while we wait for them to join. And would love to hear your thoughts in the comments about what you thought about the show and if you were as thrown for a loop as I was. Sorry, folks, just waiting for our special guest to join and get you all set up with the Q&A that we have planned. Okay, it looks like it's working. Let's just give it a sec. And while we wait, I can tell you a little bit about our guest. Oh,
Hi.
we have connection. Hi, Harold.
Hi, Kate. How are you?
Good, good. It's so good to see you and to have you online with us.
Oh, cool. I'm so happy to be here.
You look, wherever you are, you look very relaxed.
I'm in South Carolina. Can you hear the cicadas?
Uh-oh. Are you triggered?
I'm a little triggered. I'm a little nervous.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's so awesome. Are you working there, on vacation?
I'm on vacation with my family. My wife's family lives here in South Carolina, and we come to visit them all the time. And so we're on vacation.
Well, oh my gosh, thank you so much for taking the time out of your vacation to talk with us this evening. I'm sure it's been a busy day for you with this, this big season finale dropping.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, we here in Canada are huge fans of From. I know it's only 2 seasons in, but there's just been so much to discover and to enjoy and to be terrified by in this show. So I wonder if for our audience, you can give us just a bit of a rundown of what the show is about.
Oh, okay. Yes. So it's 2 seasons from now. From, for anybody who hasn't seen it, as a show about people who get caught in a nightmarish little town somewhere. It looks like a small American town. I don't actually know where the town is.
Yeah.
And once you get caught in the town, there is no escaping the town. All roads lead back to the town. And you are being hunted by monsters that we don't understand. And so that's sort of the quick setup of the show. I play a character named Sheriff Boyd Stevens, and Boyd's job is to try to make sure that everyone is not only safe, but try to get them back home from wherever they are.
Right. And he's gone to some lengths to try to make that happen, to say the least.
Boyd's trying.
Now, Harold, I would say this show definitely fits into the horror genre. I mean, there's a lot of other elements going on, but are you yourself a fan of horror?
I'm not a big horror fan. I always say I have enough horrific things going on in my brain. So I'm not going to pay somebody to go see it. But I am a real fan of this show because actually, even though it's billed as horror, I kind of feel like it's more suspense thriller, and it's more like a character dive. Like we're really looking at like a character study of all these people who are trapped in, you know, really desperate circumstances. And I've done it many times in my career, you know, either on Lost or trapped on an island, or in Oz if you're trapped in prison, or if you're in Zion and the Matrix and the machines are coming. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so character studies about people and what they do when they're in really desperate situations winds up being more interesting.
Okay. So you would say that's what probably drew you to this project then, that common theme.
I would 100% say
Yeah.
that, like all these characters, and just how they decide, how they live town. It really, uh, when we put the show out, we COVID, and we were all trapped and couldn't go outside. There was monsters outside, wear masks, like go anywhere. And for me, it felt really, and there were different ways people were trying to approach it. Some people have all of that felt really relevant to me when I first got the script. That was what
Right.
really attracted me to what was going on.
Okay. So, I mean, this is a show that's just constantly, you know, throwing you for a loop as a viewer. I'm sure even as an actor, what is your insight like as the show goes along in terms of the script? Like, are you being hit with surprises from episode to episode? Do you have a bit more of like insight into how the show is going to go throughout the season?
Oh, I only get like a little bit of insight first. I have no idea how it's going to end, but I've been reassured over and over and over and over that it is an ending. Like there's no, like, oh, we might make something up. Like that's a real ending, and the creators actually have a number of ways to get to that ending. It is the same ending. So if, for instance, we get picked up for season 3 and that's the last season, they have a way to get there in three seasons. If we get picked up for more, they have a way to get there in 4, 5, or 6 seasons. But there is a way to get to this very specific place, whatever that place is, and I don't ask. So there's a way to get to that. That being said, I do know a little bit about each season, just a little bit. And then each time the scripts come out, I get to read them, and I'm surprised, like everybody else is. Like this finale, I remember reading it and like dropping my script and calling up John, the writer, and I just started cursing at him. You mother! This is crazy! Like I just started all the expletives, like even more than we do on the show.
Right,
And he
right.
was like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's how it goes for me.
I was swearing internally when I was watching the finale this morning, just because it felt, and I don't want to spoil the finale. I think there may be a couple spoilers in here about, you know, other episodes from other seasons,
Right.
but it just felt like it felt so different from the other episodes of the season. Like it literally comes out of nowhere and, like you said, smacks you in the face and kind of like,
Does.
what?
It kind of does. Yeah.
I'm sure you're getting a lot of questions about will there be a season 3. We've been seeing a lot of that online as well. But
right,
where do you personally, like, without giving too much away or hinting, where would you like to see the story go for Boyd in like the next chapter?
Well, I want him to get out.
but then the show would be over.
I mean, yeah, sure. like, listen, can I be candid? He's been getting his ass kicked on this.
He's been. I feel like if that guy's not wearing a Fitbit tracking like the steps he's taking, the amount of times his heart rate must go through the roof.
Yeah. I mean, like all the stuff, like his wife killing his wife and his son, and like all of it, and her popping back up, and the next season his best friend dying in his arms, and still like trying to protect all these people, putting homeboy in the box, like all of that is just like. So the truth is, I want him to get out. Now, how he gets out, I'm down to do whatever they write, and so because it's been such a fascinating journey, and I couldn't have ever come up with some of the stuff that we're doing.
Right.
So I have no idea how he's going to do it, but I'm down to do whatever they're interested in doing.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, we've been asking people to send in questions like leading up to tonight's event. We've got our live feed going.
Right.
which is great. Thank you so much, everyone, for your questions.
Yeah.
So here's one from
Okay.
Instagram. And apologies on if I mispronounce these names. I'm so sorry, but it
So,
looks like
interesting names.
looks like this is from Q de Aries. And they say, Harold, your range as an actor is phenomenal.
Oh,
True.
thanks.
How is Boyd different than previous roles you've played, and how did you prepare for the role of Boyd?
Oh, okay. So, first of all, like just practically, I haven't done a lead of a show in a really long time. So that was
Mm-hmm.
really, that was an interesting challenge to take on. So I was interested in doing that. And that's just like sort of a practical matter. But the actual character of Boyd is, um, the kind of committed he is to helping everybody there, the kind of like he will do anything to like get these people out, and like
Yeah.
good or like that's for other people to decide. He really doesn't care. Like he's just trying to get them out. Well, you see sometimes, but mostly he doesn't care. Like how do I get these people out?
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of a commitment to a thing, so it was something that felt really, really interesting to me, and that makes him a little different than some of the other characters I've played that maybe have had ulterior motives or anything. It makes him a little bit different. So I love this commitment to trying to get everybody out of there, and so to prep for him. Look, a lot of my prep was as a dad.
Yeah.
That kind of like again, I said we were in that pandemic. I was in that same position. Like, what do I do to keep the kids safe? I don't even understand what's happening. Like, I don't know. I'm in here like everybody else, spraying apples with Lysol. Like, I literally don't know what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and so I'm doing everything. So that connected with me. I love that he was a former military person because those guys are connected to service, and so I did a lot of studying about people who are Marines and the Army and all these different branches of the armed forces, and some of the people who I admired more. I kind of followed their life stories a bit more. I talked to a few folks, and then I just like built that stuff in and just went in and tried to make that a person who does all those things. What would that person do if he was stuck in this position?
Right.
And
Right. Harold, sorry, your audio is just cutting in and out a little bit. Your connection. I heard
oh,
I heard most of what you
okay,
said, but it's just cutting a little bit.
okay, because actually your face is getting blurring a little bit. Should I go away and come back? Let's see.
It comes and goes. Maybe even if you move a little bit.
Maybe I can do that and see if is that any better, or you can get up and go
Yeah,
somewhere.
the audio is better now. Yeah.
Is it better now?
Yes. Thank
Okay,
you.
let's try that. I see people like
Okay.
Harold. What's wrong with you? Get your audio better. I guess I just hit grow up, learn how to use
They
Instagram.
always let us know. Everyone always lets us know. They're so
I
good
love
about
you too,
that.
Patricia.
um,
That's really cool. So I had to put my glasses on to see some of the comments. So
yes,
uh,
you look very distinguished, intelligent.
do I look distinguished?
All the good things that
Thanks,
glasses
Matt. Is
do.
it better? Thanks. I'm glad it's better.
Okay,
Much
great.
better. God. Anyway, I do all those things. I found out what soldiers do. I use
Yeah.
those things. I put it in. What would soldiers do if they were in this place? And then that's how I started creating Boyd. If you missed any of that.
Yes.
And yes, it is
Okay.
the cicadas. I'm in South Carolina. There are cicadas.
Cicadas.
Yeah.
Okay, so what creeps you out more? Spiders, cicadas, worms?
Okay. Now I'm going to move again because now you're cutting
Oh,
out.
oh
Did you hear
no.
me? Can you
No.
hear me?
Did you hear me? I can hear you now.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. This is getting crazy. Can you hear me, Katie?
I can hear you. Yep, I can hear you and I can see
Okay,
you.
perfect. I'm going to stand here like I'm not going to move. I'm just going to stand.
Okay.
See if does that work? No.
Yeah. Just keep that pose. Keep that
I'm
pose.
going to
You can hear me though.
I'm just going to You won't die, Punch it. If Boyd dies, you won't die. You'll be fine. What were we talking about? I was reading the comments.
Yeah.
What did you just ask me?
I asked you very like tongue in cheekily, what creeps you out more, cicadas, worms, or spiders?
Uh, worms for sure. I don't like worms or snakes or
Ooh,
anything that slithers. That really, I don't like it. Yeah, don't do that.
not for you.
You're creeping me out.
Sorry,
Stop. Don't do that.
sorry,
That's
sorry.
scary.
Okay, let's move on from the wildlife. Um, of course, we have to brag about the fact that From is filmed in Canada, in
Oh,
beautiful Nova
Canada.
Scotia.
Yup.
Yes.
Yup.
So,
We love it up there, man.
oh, I'm
We
so glad.
do.
What a question we have from S. Berkey. How did you like filming on the east coast of Canada between the weather, the people? How was that experience for you?
Oh, it was amazing. Like
Yeah,
I love Halifax. Can you hear me still?
me too. Yep.
I love Halifax. Halifax feels like a really cool town, really artsy, a great vibe. I love that there are all those schools and all the students there. So there's a lot of energy like
Hmm.
there. That's a lot of fun. And then you go out into those little towns like out in Beaver Bank, and they're really beautiful and idyllic. But that's what makes them really scary, to me at least. That's like there's creepy stuff I'm sure happening in this town, and nobody knows because it's dark and like. But anyway, it's really beautiful out there, and
They should put
and you
that
have
on their welcome sign. Welcome to Nova Scotia. It's really scary out here.
watch those back roads. Yeah, yeah. I think Jack Bender even had a night. Jack Bender had a night when he was leaving Beaver Bank, and we had a storm, and there was a tree that fell in the middle of the road, and
No,
he fully freaked out. And he fully freaked out and like called his wife and called his friends. It's like, look, if I don't make it,
you'll never find me.
it was
No
banana bread,
way. Oh my goodness.
bananas. Yeah.
And like the township was built more or
Yes.
less, right? Like as an entire set, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, so what's it like being there with the rest of the cast? Is it like a being away at camp kind of feeling? What's the vibe on set?
Every once in a while, yeah, it does feel like
Yeah.
we're at camp. Um, it's also because our whole crew is so cool and so nice. Our crew, our cast, and so sometimes it feels a little like we're on a big camping
Yeah.
trip in a really dark town. So, but it's awesome. Matt Likely built an amazing set, and the sets are all practical. Like it's just, yeah, it's like everything is just right there. Like when you walk on the set, even though it's really cool, and you see like the flipped over car inside the the
The pool.
abandoned swimming. Yeah, it's like you really go like, oh, okay, this is going to be weird, right?
Yeah.
This is and so that really helps us sort of create the mood. But all together, we're all pretty. I feel like we're all pretty cool and tight, and so because it's a small town, we run into each other all the time and
Right.
hang out all the time. So it feels like yeah, like we feel like one big little family there, and then like we're doing this this little show that people seem to dig so far. I like it.
They do very much dig it.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
leads me to my next question that gets me so excited because I work in social media. So, you see all the conversations happening online. I
yeah,
want to talk about the Fromily, like this incredible fan base that
yeah,
this show has grown, over just 2 seasons.
yeah.
What is that? What does it feel like when people gravitate to something you're working on, like in such a strong way?
You know, it's really groovy because look, there's no us without people watching,
Yeah.
right? If
Hmm.
we can't do the show in the void. I'm trying to keep moving, like I'm trying to get ahead of the sound. Uh, um, move here, move there. Yeah, so I really love it. And then we have folks who are like our day ones who are like, yo, this show is so dope and we love it. And that's like, yeah, we think so too. And so I've myself become super connected to them, which is why I love like live tweeting with everybody. And so I think it's really great. And as it's growing and growing, we still have our day ones who are our ride and dies. And so I love them. I hope they stay with us. We're going through this writer's strike right now, so that means we're going to get back a little later,
Hmm.
unfortunately, like we might always,
Yeah.
like we might usually. And so, but I'm sure we're going to come back. It's not official, but it's my feeling. But yeah, I just hope they stay with us, and they're really supportive, and yeah, I really can't thank the fans enough. You know, our family is like, they're just, it's an amazing crew of people, and I really appreciate like them being up and tweeting and talking and Instagramming, and the show gets
Yes.
bigger, and that we'll be doing it longer, hopefully. So
Right, right. We've seen, you know, master of horror himself, Stephen King,
mhm.
openly praising the show and saying he's a fan. I mean, that's got to feel pretty cool too.
I mean, he's the master, right?
Yes,
Like he
yes.
is the king of horror, right? So yeah, yeah. The first time he ever tweeted about it, we were all like talking to each other, like, "What? Did you see that?" And then he did it again, and so like, yeah, we we're all like little kids, just fascinated by the fact that Stephen King is tweeting about us. And I know that he knows Jack Bender. They've worked together before, and so, but it doesn't feel like he's doing us a favor. It feels like he really likes the show, and
Absolutely.
that's amazing. That's really
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
He's a great author. You're right.
yeah. I'm a huge fan. Bit
I'm
of a
looking
horror
to get
nerd
somebody.
myself. And I actually feel like watching From it has a Stephen King vibe to
It
me, like
does.
that type of horror, the
It,
small, like you say Middle America could very easily
thanks,
be
Hen.
like Castle Rock, Maine, right?
Right. Exactly right. Exactly right. Exactly right. And so it's really cool like that.
Okay, so we're just gonna keep you a few more minutes if that's okay, Harold,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, before we hand you over to the cicadas. And
Good Lord. Good Lord. If my eyes turn milky white, you know they got me. They got me. It's over.
I'm just going to hop into the comment section here.
Okay.
So this one is from Adventures in Can on Instagram. I just want to say, love the show. My question is, what was your favorite scene to film this season, season two, and what was your least favorite scene to film?
Oh, my favorite scene to film. Oh, wow, that's hard because there's a lot of really great scenes. I have a really great scene that I do with Elizabeth Moy that I prepped, pretty hard for because I had to, Boyd has to go and tell her how sorry he is,
Mm-hmm.
for, not telling her about Sarah. And I remember prepping just getting, it's like, man, I hope I get this right. And I went in there, and then as I started talking to Liz Moy, I got really emotional, but I was like, listen, this is not about me being emotional. This is about me, like Boyd saying the thing, about Boyd saying the thing. So I had to really fight hard to get through and say the thing. And Elizabeth was right there with me. And so it made it really, really fun to film. And then when I saw it, I was like, yep,
Yep,
that's it.
paid off.
That's it. And like, you
Yeah.
have those moments when you do a thing that it really, like, you don't feel like you're acting at all. You're trying to survive the moment. And in that little scene, I was trying to survive the moment. So there's that. And so my least favorite was probably all of episode 10 because,
Oh, okay.
because the first year we started filming like in June and we finished in early November, something like that.
Okay.
The next year we started in July and we filmed in December. And every one of those scenes is freezing. It's not
Oh,
cold a little. It's it's cold.
so not a fan of the East Coast in December.
It's
Got it.
listen, no, it's like you've got blood on you and you're out the thing and you're standing up and you're swinging and you're sweating and it's freezing. All of episode 10. We literally the scene where Frank, I think it's not Frank, I forgot what his name is. He comes running out and he's screaming, "Help! I need
Hmm.
help! Somebody help me!" There was snow on the ground that morning. We didn't
No.
get to film that until late at night because there was snow on the ground in the morning. It was that cold, and our crew, I'm telling you, they're the best, bar none. They got it cleaned up, the snow, and then we got out there and filmed it. You can see Simon shaking a little. You can see the smoke coming out of my mouth.
Oh, oh man.
All of like the end of 9 and 10. That wasn't any fun, but it
Sure.
was.
I'll have to go back and watch for those signs.
Yeah, yeah. You'll see it 9 and 10. It's like, whoa, they're cold.
Um, okay, awesome. Another question from Hunter USA 21.
Okay.
This might be a hard one. Of all the dead characters, besides besides Abby, so not including Abby, which one would you bring back to life if you could?
Oh, Katri, like this is a
Yeah.
hands down. Who would I like?
Okay.
Katri. That's my alter ego, my homie, my like he keeps me in line. And
Mhm.
if there's anybody I would bring back, it would 100% be Katri. Sean Majumder, are you kidding? Are you
Yeah.
kidding?
Yeah.
Just to have him on set is just fun, hilarious, and great. And like if he could come back, and he did a little bit, but yeah,
Hmm.
I'd have
Hmm.
him. I
Yeah. Okay.
But then there's
Okay.
like if I'm Boyd, I would have Kenny's dad come back, right? If I'm Boyd, like we would want Kenny's dad back. That's the heart one.
Yeah, that one hurt. That
That
one hurt, right?
hurts, right?
That hurt a lot. That one hurt.
Kenny's dad. That's a
Um,
bummer.
I like this question. If Boyd had a swear jar, how much would be in there by now?
$1 million.
Oh my gosh. Enough to buy that boat, I guess, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I think if John had a swear jar, because he wrote it.
Ah,
Like
true.
we're not making up F bombs. We're not like, oh, let's throw one in here. Like that's the script. So
That's how it
that's
comes.
how it comes. So our fabulous writer John is he's gonna be the broke guy from the swear jar.
Okay. Okay. Oh, here's an interesting one from Dr. James Gray. Have you ever had any nightmares about the show?
A couple, a
Hmm.
couple. You know, sometimes when you're like preparing stuff and you're like getting when it like really gets in there, and like I said, that scene like I did with Liz,
Yep.
like that's how you kind of know some things are in there. And then every once in a while, you'll have a dream where I'm incapable of being helpful, and I think that's what Boyd suffers with is his his inability to actually do what he's trying to do. And every once in a while, I'll have a dream about
Hmm.
not being able to help my kid. I wake up the second like I can't do it. Like I had a dream and somebody snatched my daughter and jumped into a
Mm.
car, and I started running, but my legs were so heavy, and I woke right up because I was like, "What the?"
Oh,
And then all day I was out. I was like doing jumping jacks.
you're like, this cannot happen again.
Not in a dream, not in life. It's never going to happen.
No. And you
Forever.
wake up with that feeling though, because even though you know it wasn't real, the feeling was real, right? Like the anxiety and the fear.
Yeah,
Whoa.
and it's the anxiety from the stuff that you're putting in your brain for the show. That's
Right. Right.
turns out.
Okay.
So, right.
Uh, um, okay, Harold, let's take one last question.
He said Kenny's dad wouldn't even remember it. That's funny. Go ahead. That's not nice. That's not nice. 67 advice. But it is funny. Go. Keep going.
Sing. Gabs Palomo is asking, other than Boyd, assuming that Boyd is your favorite character,
Okay.
other than Boyd, who's your favorite character on the show?
Oh man, that's not a fair question. I can't.
Not favorite not favorite co-star, favorite character.
Favorite
So if
character.
that helps you disassociate it all from the real so no feelings are hurt.
Got it. I'm gonna go back to Katri and Donna. My favorite characters, right? Characters, like they're just badass, both of them, for real different reasons. But
Hmm.
characters are, uh, yeah.
Um,
Why didn't I
that
kill a different monster? Because again, that was in the script. Anyway, sorry. Sorry, kid. I know you're talking about
that's
job.
that's scene when you're in the church and Donna comes in and makes the crack about the mail, you knocking over the
Right,
mailbox.
right.
Yeah,
Isn't she perfect?
that's
She's
Donna. Love her.
perfect. Yeah, I
All
like.
right. So, what are your plans for the summer? Are you working? Are you doing downtime?
I'm sitting around praying that the writer's strike gets resolved. Like
Hmm.
I'm a union guy, so like you got to fight for what you need, and so but I'm just praying that it gets resolved, and I'm hoping the actors don't go on strike. And you know, after 2 years of COVID and all that stuff, like we all need to be back and working, doing stuff and being creative and, you know, living our lives. So like, I just hope we can, you know, I hope we can move past that and just get back to going to work. So me, I'm hanging with my family, my kids. We're out here in South Carolina. The cicadas are
Nice.
here. I'm here. And that's kind of what we're doing right now. This is going to sound crazy. We have an RV, and so we're going to do a little traveling around. I'm going to
Uh,
try to avoid trees, just to let you know.
are you being serious?
I'm 100% serious. 100% serious.
Okay.
We drove
Okay.
from LA to South Carolina in an RV. Again, yeah, totally
Okay.
serious.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at
You're
you.
worried for me now,
I,
aren't you? I can see it.
I'm very
You're
worried.
distressed.
I think we're all worried, right? Right? Everyone, literally everyone watching this.
Everybody, everywhere, all at once.
You're gonna need to give us updates like every time you stop somewhere and have a Wi-Fi connection so we know you're
Done it
okay.
and done it. And if I stop connecting,
Find a way to leave like some kind of breadcrumb trail. I don't know. Ooh,
a
better
straight
have a
pop.
talisman. Yeah, better have a talisman.
uh,
Mr. Loaves and Fish. Okay. Well, Harold, thank you so much for this. We've
thank you.
already been chatting for half an hour. So to me, it's just again incredible that you've joined us this evening on Paramount Plus Canada to
Thank
talk about
you.
From. Lots of fun to be having that comment section if you had a
I mean,
chance to go back
going
and
off.
read through
About to work
after.
with Liz. Liz is great. No, don't go to sleep, then I won't go to sleep. Avoid. You're right. I hope you got film soon. So do I. Just trying to get to
And
everybody.
can I just say on
Take a
a
tip,
personal
so I
note,
will.
uh,
Take a talisman now.
I
Sorry,
yeah.
go.
Oh, what would your talisman be?
My
Like
talisman?
if you had a personal talisman.
I'd have like a Flavor Flav kind of talisman, like one of the
Oh,
big
like a
ones.
clock.
Yeah, boy, come get down. Be like that. I just be out in the streets. Wow, wild.
Okay. Okay. Subtle. I
It's
like it.
subtle, but
I like it.
you
Yeah.
know, I'm that
Classy.
type.
Goes with glasses. Um, I just have to say, I've been such a huge fan of yours since Romeo and Juliet. Like,
Oh, thank you, madam. So
young
nice.
hearts run free. Yeah, such a fan. So happy you could join us this evening. Everyone out there, if you haven't watched From yet, what are you waiting for?
Hey,
Seasons 1 and 2 are waiting for you on Paramount Plus Canada. Harold is here. Wish him the best on his road trip. And all the best with your summer too. We can't wait to see you back in season 3.
thank you so much, man. You have a great day. And this was fun.
Okay,
Thanks, Kate.
this was fun. Okay, thanks, Harold.
See you later. Bye.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.